everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Helen, and today I'll be talking about how you can find your perfect moisturizer for your specific skin type. Trying to find your skin type is certainly not an easy task, especially if you notice that it changes here and there and that it reacts to certain things. And maybe you're just not sure what the signs are for that specific skin type. So, you know what? The first thing that you need to know and understand is that skin takes time. Understanding yourself takes time. It's not something that you can do overnight. And it changes as you grow as well, as you go from your teens to your 20s, maybe from your 20s to your late 20s. There are so many changes that goes on in your body. Even though I think I have great skin, I'm still figuring it out. I'm still finding new things that I didn't know before. There are just so many products that pop out here and there, like retinol, niacinamide, HAs, BHAs, PHAs. You know, those are things that I didn't even know about before, and now that I'm in my early 20s, I'm starting to learn, I'm starting to adjust and take my skincare more seriously. So once you start doing that, you'll have a much better understanding. So I think my key take-home point right now is that you need to be patient. Patience is honestly a virtue that not everyone has, but it is certainly something that you need when it comes to your health and especially the health of your skin. Did you know that people generally have 1 of 5 different skin types? Okay, sensitive skin. What exactly is sensitive skin? It's such a broad term, and sometimes it may even be a term that can be applied to another skin type. So in general, sensitive skin is more prone to having a reaction to harsh chemicals and harsh ingredients that are in some of the skincare products. However, you have to be careful because your skin might not actually be sensitive. Your skin has a natural moisture barrier that really helps to protect your skin. However, if you start using way too many different harsh chemicals on your face and different active ingredients, it can damage your skin's natural barrier. So when it's damaged, you may feel that you are more prone to different reactions. But if you take the time and find the right ingredients to help repair your skin's natural moisture barrier and help build it up again, then it'll be more resilient and less prone to reactions. Dry skin tends to feel, of course, dry, tight, and is flaky. In addition to all of that, dry skin tends to look more dull. Your face is not as glowy, it's not as, bright. It just looks a little bit lifeless. There are a variety of factors. For example, the climate that you live in, the environment, your diet, your lifestyle, your hormonal changes. This can change especially as you get older. In addition to all of that, genetic factors. That is a huge one. My dad's always had very soft skin for some reason. But maybe this is because it's just men, they use hand wash on their face and they're fine. Growing up, I never really broke out or anything or had any sort of acne. If you ask my friends, they're all like, Helen, give me your skin routine, give me some skin tips. So I just noticed midway through filming that I have a ton of baby hairs flying around because I showered this morning, so that's great. Just please ignore my baby hairs that are flying everywhere. Oily skin. A lot of people out there think that they have oily skin. And because they have oily skin, that they don't need to moisturize anymore. There's a difference between keeping your face moisturized and hydrated. For oily skin types, what happens is that the oil glands in your skin are overproducing oil. They're over secreting it. Your pores might look bigger. And they also tend to get clogged more easily because they are enlarged. It can lead to acne, which is why so many people who have acne tend to have oilier skin. All right, normal skin. What exactly is normal? This is also a very ambiguous term, but I think that normal could be quite different for everyone. Maybe your skin has finally calmed down and that's the normal for you. You finally reached this equilibrium that you've been trying to for so long, and maybe that's your normal, and that's totally fine. Normal skin tends to be more resilient to new ingredients that you introduce to it. And a very key takeaway here is that the term normal does not equate to healthy. Combination skin can refer to a lot of things. Again, it could mean that your skin is oilier in the summer, for example, and drier in the winter. It changes through the seasons. Or it can mean that different parts of your face actually has a different skin type, and that's totally possible. As you can see here, I'm not wearing any foundation today, so that I can clearly show you guys what skin type I have. So then you can see like my T-zone tends to be a little bit more oilier compared to my cheeks. This is just some natural sweat from doing this video, but usually my cheeks are a little bit drier. For sensitive skin, you need to avoid any sort of harsh chemicals, especially when it feels most sensitive. So things that you need to avoid: parabens, synthetic fragrances, mineral oils, alcohol, and sulfate detergent. I find that also BHAs and AHAs are a little bit too harsh for people with sensitive skin. It's always a good idea for people with sensitive skin to patch test. Now, what does that mean? So let me show you. Apply the product on the inside of your forearms and just spread it out evenly. Make sure to put a good amount on and leave it overnight. Then the next step before you put it on your face is actually to put it on your neck area here. That's right, like by your ear. This area is very similar to the skin on your face, which is why it's a very safe area to test out. The low range, I have a very good recommendation. It's The Ordinary's Natural Moisturizing Factors plus HA. I think I used it for like over a year straight. I went through at least 4 small bottles and one of the big ones. So that's how much I loved it. For the mid-range, I'm going to suggest the First Aid Ultra Repair Cream because it is also fragrance free and it helps to really soothe your irritated skin. And then for the high end, I'm going to suggest the Biossance Squalene Plus Omega Moisturizer. This cream contains amazing ingredients like squalene, hyaluronic acid, and omega fatty acids. These are all ingredients that will help to repair your skin's natural moisture barrier and help build it as well so that your skin becomes more resilient. I have yet to try this and I really wanted to try it, so maybe one day. Now my recommendations for drier skin. It can typically handle much creamier enriched product. You also want to look for ingredients such as hyaluronic acid, always good. You want to look for glycerin, maybe something with algae in it, and niacinamide as well as squalene. For a low price range, my favorite of all time is the Kiehl's Ultra Facial Cream. It contains squalene, which is one of the ingredients that we talked about. It contains a very special glacial glycoprotein. So this will really help to protect your skin. It's very affordable. For the mid-range, I'm suggesting the Olay Henriksen Truth Sea Rush Brightening Gel Cream because like I said, for drier skin, you may experience like a dull, lifeless looking skin, along with the dryness, which is why something with vitamin C in it is great for brightening your skin. I've been using this for the past week and a half, and look how bright and glowy my skin looks. A high range product that I would suggest is the Tatcha Dewy Cream. If your skin is flaking like no tomorrow, then that is the product for you. But for me, it just made me like break out in ways that I would never break out, so I didn't like that. I'm only suggesting this because I do think that it'll work really well for people with very dry skin. Just because you have oily skin does not mean that you don't need moisturizer, because your skin still needs to be hydrated. So hyaluronic acid is a great ingredient to look for. A product that I would suggest that's at a lower, I wouldn't say it's like very cheap, but at a lower price range, the Watermelon Glow Pink Juice Moisturizer. It's a very light gel-like texture. I actually did receive like a tiny trial of it, but I finished it a while ago. But it's very, very lightweight, yet it can deliver a large amount of hydration to your face without clogging any of its pores. For a mid-range product, I am suggesting the youth to the people, the Superfood Air Whip Moisturizer, and it contains hyaluronic acid. That is one of its main ingredients. So I actually invested in a large size, but then I found that I wasn't really reaching for it as often I did as my other products. So I gave it to my best friend. Now I only have this like baby trial size one. It smells very light, so it's not like a very intense fragrance smell. And on the higher side, I would suggest the Tatcha water cream. I received a trial size of it a while ago and I tried it, but it was pretty similar to this one because I did have to layer it with other products. But the water cream is very, very lightweight and it's a gel texture, so it's perfect for people who have oily skin. Last but not least, normal to combination skin type. I'm just going to lump the two of them together. I do think that there are great universal moisturizers out there that work for both. So for a low range option, I would suggest the Innisfree Jeju Orchid Enriched Cream. This one is not the one that I talked about before, which was like a thicker night cream. This is actually like a gel texture. I'll show you guys. Texture Tuesday. I think that this is really great because not only does it contain anti-aging properties like antioxidants, it can also help improve the firmness and elasticity of your skin. So for a mid-range, I would suggest the Laneige Water Bank Gel Cream. You can either choose the gel cream or the moisture cream, depending on your preference, but I think that their Water Bank line is beautiful for normal to combination skin. And let's do another texture shot because who doesn't love texture, right? A container like this can last you quite a long time, so I think it's a good investment. Now for the high range suggestion, the Drunk Elephant Proteiny Polypeptide Moisturizer, because it contains a lot of polypeptides that will help to strengthen your skin's natural moisture barrier, and it's formulated with a pH that is very similar to your natural skin's pH, so it won't be like irritating or anything. Maybe I will get to try it one day. So I really hope that this was a helpful video for you guys and a helpful tutorial, and I really hope that it just even helped you guys a little bit to, you know, as a beginner to skincare, to find something that could actually work really well for you. And I hope that the options were good for you guys. You know, I really wanted to find something that was at each price range that could, you know, work for everyone. So hopefully you guys found something for you. As an end note, always stay vigilant and tweak your skincare to fit your own skin type, not someone else's, not an influencer that you saw on Instagram or YouTube or TikTok. And certainly, you don't have to follow every single product that I use because my skin type might not be your skin type. So always stay vigilant and pay attention to what you have. So stay tuned for any upcoming videos. Click the subscribe and notification button so that you can see my videos right away. And I hope to see you guys soon.